Hello and welcome to this video blog. Today we're going to be looking at the Column Shortcodes plugin for WordPress, which is a plugin we use on some of our sites to put copy on websites into columns, which won't break on mobile sites. To help us out with this, I've put together a test page on our own website at Creatomatic. If I zip on through to view the preview, you'll see we've got just a test page here. It's not very exciting right now. No text on it, just a blank page with this is a test page on it. If I go back to the editor, we'll start looking at columns of text on this page. So when we install the Column Shortcodes plugin, it drops a little button onto the WordPress editor, which appears above the text editing buttons, and it's got these little brackets on. If you click on it, it gives you a set of options for columns, and it's actually fairly straightforward once you know what you're doing with it. For this demonstration, we'll put text and images into 3 columns. So we'll use the 1/3 column type, and all you need to do is just click on it like that, and you'll see it puts these handy little shortcodes into the editor. The square brackets are shortcodes, and you see we've got 2 of them here: 1/3, which opens it, and the /1/3, which closes it at the other end. So any text I put in here is going to go into a 1/3 width column. 1/3 width column text goes here. It's not going to look very exciting like that, so I'll repeat it a few times. And you can see we're going to start getting so normally this would spread across the entire width of the page, but if I just click in preview now, we'll be able to see that our text is magically formatted into a single column here. So going back to the editor, I can then put a second column right next to it by clicking on this again, and going back, we'll just use 1/3 again, and we can now put in second bit of content here. Let's just drop a picture in here from the site just for fun. So we'll find a little picture of Annan here. Click and insert into page. In fact, I'll just make that a little bit bigger and remove the alignment, so it has no alignment and it's full size. Update that, and you can see we've got 1/3 column with our text in, and then 1/3 column with our image in. And if we've done this right, which I hope I have, click in preview again, we'll take a little look. And as you can see, our site's automatically resized the image so it fits neatly into this column. So that's nice and easy to do there. That's no problems at all so far. Just for completeness sake, we'll drop a 3rd column in here. Let's drop this in place, and we'll say if you put it to 1/3 last for the last one, what will happen is after this 3rd column we put in place, it'll drop content down onto a new line and start going below it. So we'll just copy our text here, copy and paste, and scroll up and click on preview. And you can see here we've got some text here all nicely in place. Now this actually leads me quite neatly onto my next section, because you can see that the image is kind of butted up quite close to the columns here because we didn't specify any padding in each one. So it's not very elegant, is it? The good news is that we can actually use the Column Shortcodes plugin. I'll just copy this and I'll wipe what we've done so far. You can use the Column Shortcodes plugin and set up padding in it by using this section here. And what you do is you put in a number for each of these depending on where you want to put the padding. So let's say we have a 20 pixel padding at the right hand side. Then we'll click on 1/3, and you see this time it says 1/3 padding equals this. So the plugin does everything for us really, and then we'll just paste our text back in here. We'll put a middle column on, which shouldn't need any padding, and we'll drop a bit more text in here, and then finally we'll put a right hand column on with a 20 pixel padding on the left hand side, and we'll just click on 1/3 last for that one. And you'll see that neatly should, if I've done this right, put a text into columns, and it's got a nice bit of padding between each one, so they're not kind of butted up against each other. And that is pretty much all you need to know when you're working with columns. You just need to select your column up here, select any padding you want to put in place, and select the width of each column, and don't forget to make the last one of each column a last one so that it drops onto a new line. Thanks very much for listening.